Have you ever wondered what sets champions apart? It's not just the glory of the win, but the story behind every struggle, sacrifice, and setback. Sacrifice and dedication forge the heart of every champion. It's those late nights in the garage, fine-tuning and chasing perfection. It's the willingness to give up comfort for excellence. Champions understand that the true race is overcoming obstacles, and greatness demands all that you are and have. Adversity is a companion on the path to success. It's the grit to fight when the world seems against you. Champions possess the courage to push through pain and rise after heartbreak. Each setback adds fuel to their fire, making them stronger and more resilient. Being a champion isn't just about speed, it's about mental toughness. When the odds are stacked against you and pressure mounts, champions thrive in chaos. It's their mental resolve that keeps them moving forward, seeing every lap as a chance to battle and conquer new challenges. Tonight, 5 classes, 5 champions. The D&Q Hoosier Tire Fall Final is where legends are born. It's not just a race, it's the ultimate test of heart, skill, and determination. And when the dust settles, only the strongest will stand as champions. This is the D&Q Hoosier Tire Fall Final. This is what it takes to be a champion.
Good evening, race fans, and welcome to the Hoosier Fall Final here at the legendary Millbridge Speedway. Tonight, we crown champions across 5 divisions in the most action-packed night of the D&Q season. From the high-intensity battles in the 1ZT's Dash Series to the fierce fight in the Net Positive Cup Series, every lap matters. Every move counts. Buckle up. It's championship night at the Hoosier Fall Final. Let's go down to Patrick Bryady, who is looking to win the Busch Series championship.
I'm down to PJ Bryady. He is in second place in the Nowhere.us Busch Series points, behind 37 points. So if you win tonight, Murphy's got to finish 6th or worse. You got it in you to make that happen, or what do you think?
I think I can make it happen. He's been strong all year. I don't know if he's going to finish worse than 6th, though. Or hopefully he does. But we also got Carson right behind me. If he finishes one spot,
but there is one
ahead
that's
of me,
probably going to be the best race all night. That is the 1
in the
GT's
top
Dash
5.
Series race. We got the Vampire and the Amishman
I think he
going
ends
at
up
it for the title.
taking a tiebreaker with a win that he had earlier in the year. So it'll be a long shot, but we're going to give it a shot.
So this year's actually been pretty good for you. You've had a decent year so far in the Busch Series.
Bobby Showtime.
Who helps you out on this thing, and who got you to this point, at least for second place so far?
This season.
Coleman's helped me out. I was out for a few races, or out for 2 races. Had Coleman.
It is nighttime, so
for me for
nighttime
one.
is the right time for the Vampire. We'll see what happens.
That's fair.
In that 1ZT's Dash Series
as far
race.
as preparing it, that's me at the house, my kids. Yep.
Busy life at the house for PJ Bryady, and he is going to try to take a shot at this Busch Series championship tonight.
Now let's shift gears to another heated battle. Over in the Dash Series, it's all about Zach Campolonga. Zach is leading the points, but has Jonathan Stewart right on his bumper heading into tonight's race. Let's hear from Zach about his approach to this high-stakes finale.
Got our last year's Dash Series champion, Zach Campolonga. Zach, you got a 5-point lead over Jonathan Stewart, and you own the tiebreaker. So if he happens to finish 1 spot ahead of you and he doesn't win the race, you're still safe and win this championship. Still not good enough, though, for D&Q. I know you got a bunch of guys here to maybe help you out. Looks like Showalter brought every card in the stable, try to help you out points-wise to beat Stewart. How do you feel about your chances tonight in a repeat championship?
Feel really good. I mean, we worked hard the past couple of races. I think last race, with the way that we performed and everything, really boosted our confidence up. Definitely helps having more carts in the field. Every position matters, but no, we feel good. Just do what we've done throughout the year. Try to go back to back and be a good way to cap off the year. Definitely more wins this year. So just one more to go, and hopefully I'll be talking to you at the end of the night down the backstretch.
Zach Campolonga brings some confidence into the final race in the Dash Series. Well, we have 5 champions to crown here tonight at the Hoosier Tire Fall Final, but there is one that's probably going to be the best race all night. That is the 1ZT's Dash Series race. We got the Vampire and the Amishman going at it for the title.
Yeah, I'm taking the Amish running back because he's bringing them 2 Boy 4s with him. He just got done building some furniture. He's coming out here ready to rip.
I'm going with the Vampire. He's got that alliance there with Bobby Showtime. His stuff has been on point in multiple classes so far this season. Moonhead, who's your pick?
Yeah, I'm going with the Vampire.
It is nighttime, so nighttime is the right time for the Vampire. We'll see what happens in that 1ZT's Dash Series race.
On the SRI performance poll with a blazing fast lap of 13.049 seconds, it's Zach Campolonga in the 5 seed. Campolonga has been the driver to watch all season, and he starts tonight with the championship in his sights. Beside him, with a lap of 13.092 seconds, is Dean Taujas in the 12. He will go to the rear for a driver change. In the 3rd spot is Joey Gase in the 35, and lining up 4th, hot on his heels, is Jonathan Stewart in the 92. Stewart has one goal tonight: pass Campolonga and take home the championship. Starting 5th is Cale Wolf in the 42, and rounding out the 3rd row is Dan Marak in the 63. Row 4 features Alfredo Hidalgo in the 50, and starting 8th is Casey Meyer in the 935. In the 9th spot, it's the 2022 champion Robert Showalter in the 5, and completing the top 10 is Makey Harshaw in the 88. Starting 11th is Roger Diebold in the 38, and beside him in 12th, it's Brian Shaw in the 111. In 13th position, it's Peyton Senfner. Starting alongside him is Luke Shepard in the 4. Starting 15th is Brad Michalowski in the 60. Next to him is John Mickle in the 9. And completing tonight's lineup in 17th is David Hutchins in the 69. That's your 1ZT's Dash Series Championship race starting lineup. These karts are running at a minimum weight of 390 pounds, powered by stock Predator engines, with gear rules customized per driver weight. All machines are on D30, Hoosier tires at all 4 corners. No tire prep allowed. Samples can be sent to the lab for testing, ensuring a level playing field for all competitors.
The KBG in-kart camera will be Zach Campolone. You want to thank Bob Pockris for his information there for the starting lineup, and the Amishman, Jonathan Stewart. So we get to watch this battle firsthand, guys, and very excited to see how this plays out.
Yeah, all the normal suspects starting up front.
Campolonia does own the tiebreaker between these two, so if they happen to finish on top of each other and score the same amount of points, Campolonia has it. He has a 5-point lead, but that doesn't mean shit if Stewart wins this race.
Look at that beautiful short track down there.
It's a damn shame.
Yeah, we got the All-Star race coming up.
Just letting it sit.
That's right. Make them wait. Green flag is out. We are underway as Joey Gase leads the field into 1. He gets a little slimy and he slides up the racetrack.
Yeah, the top lane has been the fastest on these restarts all season long, especially as the weather's gotten cooler here, as he keeps falling back farther and farther and farther, like Biden. His chances at running for his own presidency, he's no longer in the picture.
Things start to stretch out a little bit here as we go back on board the 1ZT's Katana Cam. We're on board with the Amish running back. He's running the middle line right now. You know, kind of nice and easy, saving his stuff, testing the waters here. He knows that he's got a long race to go. All he's got to do is stay within striking distance. If he wins this race, he wins the championship. He's got the big picture in mind.
Yeah, no doubt about that. You can see, really, I love the numbers on that cart as we look further back through the field. Everybody's single file out. Everybody knows what's on the line for these guys here tonight, it looks like. They're being smart.
And that's not normally happening in a DNQ race. There's no doubt about that. These drivers have had a long season. Seems like they got it figured out. But one thing I'm starting to see that I'd like to point out is Robert Showalter brought all of his friends to help out the Vampire in there. And I'm sure that bag of O-positive blood is doing him very well as he leads the field.
Nighttime is the right time for the Vampires. The track is damp. It's running well. As we're on our Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair wall cam here, he still maintains about a 1 cart length advantage over the running back.
Yeah, it's something when you've got all of those go-karts and all of that knowledge base to choose from. We saw that last week where Campolonia was absolutely unstoppable, and the other 5 cars did not run well at all. It makes you wonder if they each tried something a little bit different, trying to hit on something to give to the 5 car of Campolonia, as he's under heavy fire right now from the Amish running back.
Yeah, the Amish guys all over him here down the front straightaway. A little bit further back, though, these guys have started throwing haymakers for about the 3rd position on back.
Yep. Marak is fighting for his life there, trying to hang on to the 3rd spot. He's got 4 to 5 carts on him as Joey Gase throws a slider on him as we focus on the top 2 that you could throw a blanket over him.
Why is it always that when the championship's on the line, the guys that are running for the championship end up being way ahead more than anybody else? It's just they're all cheating the same?
They cheat more, Bob. That's why. We've all been there. We all know that if you're going to seal a spoiler, that you just go to seals.com and you buy the spoiler seal that you need and just crimp that sumbitch back on after you put 3-4 rounds back in those pins. And those guys up front, they got that figured out, and they've even got the special tamper-proof red stickers that they put inside those panels after we seal them at DNQ headquarters, as Marak not happy about getting past, and he's getting beat and banged on either side, looking like a gangbang back there for 5th.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Now, I said they were being smart, and that's out the window. One of them's praising the Lord down the back straightaway, but into turn 3, things have kind of calmed down for the time being, at least up here towards the front with the battle for the lead.
I don't know what happened to the deficit that Campolonia has now gained and Jonathan Stewart has lost, but something just happened. He was right on his ass, and all of a sudden he's way far behind. Stewart must have started falling out of the seat.
It happens.
I want to thank 1ZTs for their sponsorship this year of the 1ZTs Dash Series. Great sponsor. Stuart Friesen came on board and helped us out this year, so we really appreciate that. As we're watching Joey Gase running 3rd, Dan Marak 4th. Casey Meyer had a great year this year in that 935 machine.
Is that
I don't know who the Red Rocket is, but 935 giving Dan Marak a little bit of a right side rub rail there, getting her done into 1. These carts, they are not quite as fast as some of the other series that we have here in the DNQ series, but these guys are still topping 185 on entry.
There it is, our Nitro 5 to go caution. Maybe that's kilometers per hour. I don't know how the Canadians out there, maybe they could tell us. Could put us in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone, and here comes the championship. It's all down to this.
Campolonia versus
the outside rolling
Amish running back. Yeah, outside middle lane has been had the momentum here lately. It's been the fast way around Millbridge Speedway all night long. That proves to be true again. Jonathan Stewart falling back. He's going to give up the 2nd place right now. That puts a car between him and his championship hopes.
Oh, Moonhead, I'm wondering if the Amish running back was too much of a gentleman here. There's a championship on the line. Maybe you feed him a right front and move him up the racetrack a little bit. We'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He definitely was nice, maybe even too nice. As further back, though, none of these guys are being nice. They're just throwing haymakers left and right.
That's DNQ Racing, especially here in the 1ZT's Dash Series. Is Campolonia now leading this field, and we got Joey Gase in 2nd, who's a past champion in this series as well. As a white flag is out, looks like nobody has anything. There's no garlic on the racetrack. There's no steaks. There's no nothing. The O positive blood, Campolonia is going to take home the victory and the championship.
And he comes here. He done what he had to do to try to pick up this championship. Zach Capolonga. Zach, a heck of a main event. You had the guy you were running for the championship with right tucked up underneath you that whole entire main event, but you made it work on that final restart, got away from him, and now you are a winner in a DNQ Series championship. Again, how are you feeling?
Felt really good. I knew the outside was going to be the lane to be. I appreciate Stuart running me clean all year long, even tonight. He put up a great fight. First and foremost, I want to thank Rob Showtime. Everything he's done for me over the past couple of years. Race City Garage Doors, CTM Custom Cabinets, Sauce, Colby, all my family, Millbridge, Ashley and Jeremy do an awesome job on the track week in and week out. And everybody out here that knows me, I appreciate all of them, help me out throughout every month.
Well, man, just take me through. You seen Stewart pull up beside you on that last restart. You knew coming in here he was the one you had to beat. Just take me through your mindset them last 5 laps or so whenever that restart kicked off.
Yeah, I was just hoping Joey was going to give me a good shove, which he did. Once I got by him, I just had to make sure he didn't get a run on me, but this thing was dialed in. The past couple of races, we had this thing on the scales for hours and just concentrating on this mainly, and it's definitely paid off, and it shows.
Well, it paid off here tonight. You end the year with a victory and a D&Q Series championship. Zach Capalonga going to cap your Dash Series off with another win, and he's going to go celebrate with his crew. Good job, Zach. Gase, you come home with a strong second-place finish here tonight. You took full advantage of that 5 lap to go restart. Was able to make the move on Stewart. How are you feeling right now?
Okay. Able to come out, have some fun. Goal was to get top 3 with the boys here, and we did that. And I think average-wise, if I did every race, we've been right up there for the championship. I know, unfortunately, I only did half of them, but congrats to Zach. And it was fun. The outside was starting to come in there. I don't know if I should change the gear or not, but it was fun. And thanks to Eddie and everyone at Millbridge for putting on a fun show.
You going to come out here in 2025 and try to see if you can make a run at a championship here for the D&Q Series?
We'll see how it all goes. I'd like to come out here on the 8th, but I don't know if the wife will let me. That's her wedding anniversary, so we'll see how that goes.
You can talk her into it. I got faith in you. But Joey Gase, a strong second place here in your Dash division tonight. Coming in a solid 3rd place here tonight, Jonathan Stewart, just so close to that championship here this year. With a solid effort, maintain that second spot, just couldn't make it work on that final restart. How are you feeling about this 92 machine?
Oh, just got behind us and things, and just a little more out. But, I mean, even if I was at the top of my game, I don't know if me and Zach would have been too wide the whole race probably. We had some good races this year, just too bad this wasn't one of them.
Well, man, y'all definitely put a heck of a race. Even here tonight, y'all put on a heck of a race. Just thank me through everybody you got to thank here for getting you to this 2nd place in the championship series and a strong run in here tonight at the D&Q Dash Series.
Yeah, everybody at HFR helps me out, and just a lot of hours and stuff there. And also I got here because Chris Lawson ran that sub race for me at the fair, so that was appreciated for sure. Just got a little group. Joe Henning helps me a lot back there. Dustin Dunn, so yeah.
Well, that's going to be Jonathan Stewart. A strong 3rd place finish, sorry about that. And a 2nd place in your championship tonight in that 92 machine for the D&Q Dash Series.
The Professor Clutch Works Pro Cup Series. The SRI Pole Award goes to Ashton Johnson with a stellar lap of 13.014 seconds. Let's have a look at the starting lineup. Starting on the pole, it's your SRI Pole Award winner, Ashton Johnson. Alongside him in 2nd, it's Joe Henning, looking to play spoiler in tonight's high-stakes race. Starting 3rd is Landon Rapp, while in 4th, Ricky Fisher in the 22, eager to shake up the title fight. In 5th, it's another championship hopeful, Dustin Dunn, in the 59. Dunn knows exactly what he needs to do tonight, have a solid finish, and the championship is his. Starting 6th is Alex Ribshack Kirk in the 18. Starting 7th, it's James Loveland in the 44, and lining up 8th, it's the other championship contender, Eric Yost in the 4. Yost faces long odds tonight, but if he can pull off a win and the right circumstances play out, he could stage a dramatic upset for the championship. Rolling off 9th, it's Justin Armwood in the 1A, and rounding out the top 10 is DJ Powell in the 68. Starting just outside the top 10 and 11th is Zach Donahue in the 72, ready to battle his way forward. The Professor Clutch Works Pro Cup Series is all about driver skill and fair competition. Karts run at a minimum weight of 425 pounds with drivers that have a little more to love, if you know what I'm saying, and are required to weigh at least 200 pounds. Powered by stock Predator engines, The series enforces gear rules based on driver weight to keep things balanced. All karts run on treaded Hoosier tires and no tire prep is allowed. Lab testing ensures compliance. This is grassroots racing at its finest.
Katana onboard camera for Joe Henning. We want to thank Beetlejuice for doing that starting lineup. Alex Kirk in the KBG in-car camera. Really just opening our horizons here in DNQ. We got some great announcers, and we have a great panel here tonight, too, in the booth. I know the cocktails are flowing up here in the Millbridge Speedway press box, but we're having a great time as Ashton Johnson leads this field to the green.
Yeah, inside lane with a big jump here. We did not see that in the Dash Series before. Looks like a little bit of extra weight gives them right sides a little bit of extra stick. Pin it down there on the bottom. Ribshack shoving right now. He's the caboose in this train, trying to make something happen up on top side.
Yeah, Henning got a nice shove from the 22 coming off of the second turn there. He's trying to make a run on Ashton there in first place, but he's got a good 2-3 car length lead as Joe Henning loses a second spot.
Hell of a battle here for second. Not much of a points battle, we'll be honest with you. I think somebody skipped this to go on their honeymoon or something, so Dustin Dunn's pretty much got this one locked up. But we've seen bigger crazy things happen here in D&Q as he is back here in a hornet's nest right now.
Yeah, basically you got to pass Tech. You got to save it for Eric Yost is pretty much hoping that Dustin Dunn falls out of this race and then fails Tech as he's doing a good job in that 4.
Dunn is so far ahead, though, it's almost too big to rig, as you would say. So if he just keeps his nose clean, he should be able to pull it out.
Yeah, Dustin Dunn was a late bloomer at the last race. You know, he kind of hung out here mid-pack. Got a really good long run setup on that 59 car. We watched him last week just pick his way to the front, and at the very end, he was right there. It looks like he's got the same strategy going this week. You know, let's see if he can make something happen like the Kansas City Chiefs and not the New York Giants.
On board here with Alex Kirk. Sorry, Eddie. I was just excited to see Alex.
No, so I was going to ask you, Moonhead, what you've ran with these guys most of the year. What's it like to run in the Professor Clutchworks Pro Cup Series?
Oh, it's an honor, first and foremost, to share the track with these professionals. And, we go out here and we put on a show at speeds well over 185 miles an hour once a month for all of the fans up there in North Carolina. So it's nerve-wracking. It takes a lot out of you. There's times that you ask if it's worth it or not. I know it's taken a toll on me and my family, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Nothing better than coming out of that motorhome in the morning and seeing the smile on the kids' faces.
Absolutely.
A family that races together stays together. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could see some of these drivers, you could tell that they don't put the Oreos in the motorhome and they're pissed off at the bus driver when they get here. You know, I've seen that in this class a couple times too. Or somebody's dog, you know, they park next to your bus and they get mad about that. Ashton Johnson leading this field. We're halfway through it. Dustin Dunn has found his way to sneak all the way up to second, late model racer. We want to thank Professor Clutchworks for their sponsorship this year in the 2024 season. A great sponsor, especially for this class. You know, they got a lot to move in a short amount of time, and Professor Clutchworks does great work with their clutches as we watch Dustin Dunn.
Yeah, what I want to point out right now is Ashton Johnson's got basically a straightaway on the entire field right now. That just kind of shows how important clean air is when you see speeds this high. You know, Bob, can you just give us a little bit of a clue of what to expect here in the DNQ series as far as aero parity across all manufacturers?
Well, I think what we really need to do is make these things totally aero dependent, so the racing's actually worse than what it is right now. And that's one thing we're working on through Phantom, Trick, SKE. You know, we're working through these guys to make them even more aero dependent. So we just throw mechanical grip out the window, just like prep racing.
Up here at the front, down the back straightaway, he is tarred and feather him so far in this one as we're coming up on 5 laps to go. Dustin Dunn, though, not giving up. He wants to go out on top, win the race, win the championship. I don't know how many times that's been done in this series. I'm sure it's been done before, but nonetheless, it means a lot when you do it.
Yep. We got that 5 to go caution coming up that will tighten the field back up. Those tires heat cycle, and we'll see if Dunn's got anything for him on the restart here as we hit our Nitro Manufacturing 5 to go.
This is where it usually gets some domestic violence, as we're in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone. So we'll see if everybody plays nice or if somebody gets on Ashton Johnson and lets him have it. He is clearly the class of the field here tonight, but we'll see. It's not over yet.
Give him the old Chris Brown.
Dustin Dunn and Johnson fire off for the final restart of 2024. Dustin Dunn with a big run on the outside, trying to make it stick, pitches him down. Can he make it happen? Trying to get some dirty air on that right front. He pitches Johnson down. Johnson in the sticky stuff, tries to make it work, can't do it. Dustin Dunn to the lead.
That was just an aero masterclass there by Dustin Dunn. And he is going to try to pull away now with a few laps to go.
Yeah, he's just going to try to position his cart where Ashton wants to go, take the air off his nose, and make sure he has to turn down to the bottom side and really scrub that right front across the dirt here as we're down to 2 to go.
I'm not sure why Ashton Johnson chose the bottom on that restart. That kind of seemed like he gave the top to Dustin Dunn, gave him the lead essentially, and that's how it's played out as we get the white flag.
Well, you see some people are bottom bitches and some people are toppers, and it looks like Dustin Dunn's a topper. He's going to get it done in 2024. Championship is his.
And your main event winner here in your Pro Cup Series, Dustin Dunn. Man, you slid up to second right before that 5 to go start, took full advantage of that outside line. Now you're standing here in victory lane at Millbridge Speedway. How are you feeling?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We lost some speed halfway through the season, but we gained it back. It took a little bit, but couldn't really run the bottom. I don't know what's going on, but as soon as he chose the bottom there on the 5 to go restart, I said, okay, it's game over. This thing was rolling the top like nobody's business. So I'm just happy to be out here. It's a blast to run this DNQ series. This is the most fun I've had on 4 wheels, and I race super late models. So if that tells you anything, it's a blast out here.
Well, man, if my math is not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that locked up the championship for you as well. Your points leader, he said he didn't want nothing to do with, so now you are also pending tech and everything. Your DNQ Series Pro Cup champion. How does that make you feel? Does it make this season worth it now so far?
Yeah, for sure. We had a few bobbles in tech there through the year. We won't go into any detail there, but all I can say is I'm here. I won damn near every one of them. I guess 8 out of 9, if you were to call it like that. So I'd say this thing was pretty damn good all year. It was a blast.
Well, heck of a job here tonight. Who all do you want to thank for giving you such a fast 59 here tonight?
Well, my girlfriend Taylor, she comes out here and helps me every time, and that's the majority. Arthur here, though, he came in a couple races into the season, and he always shows up and turns wrenches and does whatever needs to be done, and definitely need somebody like that, especially how fast-paced these races are, only having 4 classes. There's no room in between to mess around. So thanks, Arthur. Thanks, Taylor. And, late nights in the shop got me here.
Well, congrats. Good job on your win here tonight. Dustin Dunn, your Pro Cup Series winner and champion here for the DNQ Cup Series.
Tonight's SRI Pole Award winner is Kyle Beatty, who posted a lightning-fast lap of 12.211 seconds. Now, let's take a look at the starting lineup for tonight's action-packed showdown. Kyle Beatty is on the pole in the 21. Beatty is second in the standings and needs a win tonight to have any chance at the title. He'll also need Tournier to finish 20th or worse, which cannot happen due to the field size. Starting alongside him in the 1, it's none other than the points leader, Richard Tournier, with a lap of 12.388 seconds. Tournier's task is simple. A 19th place finish or better secures the championship no matter what. Starting third, it's Stephen Taujas in the 12, posting a 12.429 lap. Tauches is currently third in the standings. Tauches has finished second in the last 2 DNQ USAC feature races. Beside him in fourth is Cody Sauls in the 22. Sauls is still looking for his first DNQ win. Rolling off fifth, it's Riley Timmons in the 69. And starting sixth is Levi Rapp in the 4. In seventh, it's Steve Sokol in the 16, followed by David Borski in the 33, starting 8th. Rounding out the field in ninth is the DNQ 2016 IROC Series champion Matt Holtzbauer in the 60, and starting 10th, it's Wesley Bost in the L5. The DNQ KPG USAC Series is built for high-performance competition. Karts run at a minimum weight of 425 pounds, powered by NKA or AKRA clone engines. With open aero rules, teams have flexibility to optimize their setups, and all karts use Hoosier D50 and D30 tires. No tire prep is allowed. This series is all about speed, skill, and strategy.
Thank Beetlejuice for that. Steve Sokol in Magic Mike Melton's old machine of a KPG in-car camera for tonight. And man, these buggies, great racing all year long. Mo Back and Kyle Beatty have been the class of the field, and we've seen Steven Tauges come so close to winning one of these races and just not get it done. Do you think tonight's the night?
Oh, I don't know. It's his time of year.
Green flag is out for the USAC Series. KPG USAC, one of the Kinder Performance Group, for their sponsorship this year. And what a year we've had so far. I mean, Mobac has been the class of the field, but next year we have the short track layout, the Darlington layout. Going to throw a little bit of a wrinkle into Mobac's plans for next year to repeat that championship.
Well, next year will be the most diverse D&Q schedule ever, right?
Absolutely, yes. We'll have 4 different track layouts.
Something to think about as these guys race down the back straightaway. And I mean, the speeds. Let's talk about the speeds we're seeing here, gentlemen.
Yeah, these cars especially, they got a little bit more aero tricks on them. You can see here the rules are wide open pretty much. I mean, you can do whatever you want except have sharp edges. And we were talking 185 in the classes earlier. These guys are pushing 210 into turn number 1. These guys are absolutely hauling the mail. You see the blur as you fly by the camera. These guys got all of the aero tricks on there. The Steven Tauges trying to make it stick on the bottom. A little bit too free, it looks like right now, to really make some speed. We'll see if he can crank around into the left rear and make that thing stick. No adjustable shocks, but you got pretty much whatever wedge adjusters you want on these things.
Yeah, you can see the guys up front have that moment of yaw, the corner center, right there in the middle, that really helped that kart remain free, kind of get off that right front so hard and let the right rear stick out, get a nice free drive off of these builder-prepared clones that are, pushing, 16, 18 horsepower, somewhere in that range now.
This is the last race for the AKRA and NK clone engines. Next year we'll be going to the Ghost engine. That's another change that we're going to see that may mess some people up. It's going to change their handling.
No doubt about that. Is Ukraine flag being displayed here for some of these slower karts as we are approaching halfway or maybe just past halfway at this one. I see him reaching for some flags.
I would sure hope he is, because it's strung the hell out and we need to bunch these guys back up. Kyle Beatty's done a great job this year as we're watching some people learn how to run in the USAC Series, as they're going to become some lap traffic for Kyle Beatty. Doesn't seem like he's going to have a problem with him.
Bob, we're watching Mobac right there in the Millbridge House car win at the Millbridge Speedway in the DNQ Series. It reminds me a lot of the Kyle Larson Racing car driven by Kyle Larson in the Kyle Larson and Brad Sweet Racing Series. Win the championship. Is that does that look bad at all from a business standpoint, or are you happy to see the home team win?
I mean, sometimes you just got to be happy to see the home team win. Jeremy and Ashley are some great owners, and I feel like Tournier's done a great job this year, and we have torn his shit down, and we haven't found anything. So maybe that's by design, maybe it's not. I don't know. He's not winning, though, I can tell you that.
No, we got Kyle Beatty showing him how to get it done here. There's a hornet's nest in the back.
33 is a freaking
going
weapon.
back for 5th place.
Right?
That 33 is about right reared a couple people on entry. I spoke too soon. Moback's on the back of Beatty.
Oh, yeah, now we've got a battle.
Moback back to the bottom, but cannot get that right front to stick well enough. He is side by side, feeds him a little bit of a right front, but some respectful racing as Beatty hangs on barely as they come off of 4.
Oh, lap traffic going to be a big factor here.
Holzbauer respectfully moves out of the way and allows Beatty to get by, and Moback's right on his tail.
Both of these guys approaching 1,000 laps run here at the Millbridge Speedway. Extremely talented, extremely experienced people. You know, they've run so many races here. They've raced each other for such a long time. You know, they know each other's tricks as we approach our 5 to go, which brings up a whole nother selection here in the DNQ series. You can choose the top, you can choose the bottom. We've seen both lanes work tonight, so what's it going to be here for 5 to go?
In the Professor Clutchworks restart zone, they fire off. Let's see which lane gets the jump on the restart. Tournier gets a little sideways. Here comes Steven Tauges on the outside.
Tauges.
Well, he almost got up and into the wall there, too.
It'll get narrow coming off of 2 as Beatty, because of that little mix-up, gets about a cart and a half over Moback. Moback's eyes forward focused as we see Sauls there in the 22 trying to catch this lead pack. I don't think he'll get it done.
No doubt, there would have to be a major mess up by Kyle Beatty to let Tournier even get to the back bumper. They're in a bad aero situation as we have 2 laps to go.
Yeah, we know Beatty knows how to air block Dickie Moback, and Moback right there, you see him peek that left front out, get a little bit of downforce on the left front, trying to make that thing cut the center. Little bit too free right now, though. The aero balance is all messed up. You know, he's set that thing up to be out front, but now he's back in traffic. Just can't get the thing to steer. Kyle Beatty takes us home the win.
And your A-main winner here for the USAC division tonight, Kyle Beatty. It's a handshake from the second place finisher, Moback. But Kyle, man, dominating performance right there. Really not much to talk about. You led since the drop of the green flag, set on pole, and now you're sitting here in victory lane. Fast 21 underneath you here tonight. Who are you got to thank for that?
Yeah. First of all, I want to thank Austin Pless for building a great motor. He freshened this thing for me this week. Did an excellent job. Motor ran great. The cart was good right off the truck. I'd like to thank Mackay. He put the Coon tune on it once again. Got us out front. The SKE chassis was ripping. I also want to thank Moback for running me really clean right there. He was the same speed as us the whole time. So I think it was a matter of whoever was out front was the one that was going to win, and he ran me hard, but it was a clean race. So I appreciate that.
Both of y'all put on a heck of a race right there. So coming home second in the championship for this one, do you know what you have to do next year now to capture a championship in 2025?
I think the car was good the whole time, and the motors held up this year. So I think the biggest thing we did wrong was we had the makeup at the fair that we weren't able to make through a scheduling conflict. So missing the fair really hurt us. So I had to take a 0 there, and then we came out here to the short track and we weren't very good here either. So between missing the fair and running poorly at the short track, that's what I gotta work on, right? So trying to make all the events and get better at the odd courses. I feel like our big track setup was really good towards the end of the year. Moback definitely had us covered through the summer months, but I feel like we got it back together at the end. But the little track and missing the fair hurt.
Kyle Beatty, USAC main event winner. He will take his picture in victory lane. We'll go get a word real quick. Your second and third place finishers here tonight. Standing here with Moback Tournier and the Moback Motorsports Millbridge Speedway Click entry. Moback, man, you done everything you could right there with that 21 of Beatty. Coming home second place here tonight, but you're coming home with the DNQ Series Championship. With the DNQ Series Championship, how are you feeling?
Pretty good. It was definitely wasn't the best night. It's never good finishing second. Kind of sucks, first loser, but It was a good race with Kyle. He was a little better there at the start, and I felt like we reeled him in about halfway, and it was just the top was too good, and you couldn't really get under him. And I tried to pinch him there on that one lap cart. That was about my only shot, and fortunately it didn't quite work out. He cleared him, but still a good night. Nice, clean race with him. That's always fun. So good night. Good to get the championship, so that was good. Makes Wednesday night and DNQ, so that's a good year for us.
Well, I got to ask you one thing. Have you slipped the tech man down there anything so you can get here, win here tonight, or are you just going to play it clean here to cap off the season?
Yeah, we're just going to go with what we got and hope she's good. But no, we should be good.
Mobac Tournier coming home with a strong second place finish, and then you're going to give a wave to the fans. Nobody cheered. Oh, one boo from the fans, so we know some people really know Mobac here tonight. And Mobac Tournier for the second place here in the USEC division. Standing here talking about how bad I am at pronouncing names with Steve Taugus? Taugus. I'll get it right. I'll get it right probably about 2026. Steve Taugus sitting here at that 12. Solid third place effort. You got to battle with Riley a little bit there halfway through the race, but 5 to go caution. You made it work. Jumped up back to that third spot. How you feeling about that 12 machine?
It was all right, but we were ticked off. I think I went too far down on the air pressure. I thought the track was going to do something different, but it didn't. But I'd like to thank G-Stats. He helped us out a lot. Mike Melton back at the shop. He can't be here. He's still in Phoenix. Matt, Sokol. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. I'd like to thank Net Pool Positive. What else we got on here? Ann's Dairy. It's been a good season, but not a good season. It's what it is. We'll take it.
Steve Taugus. Is that close enough? There we go. Solid third place finish here tonight for your DNQ USAC series. And now back to the tower. I'm fat. I gotta run.
The SRI Pole Award goes to Tristan Jones with a 12.608. It's the Nowhere US Bush Series Championship finale. 3 drivers, Jeremy Murphy, Patrick Briety, and Carson Dollarhide, are locked in a tight battle for the championship. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. The SRI Pole Award winner Tristan Jones in the 96 will start from the pole. Starting second in the 5C is Zach Campilonga, looking to mix it up early at the front. Starting third, it's 2019 Bush Series champion Robert Showalter in the 5. Beside him in fourth, it's the Beef Tips machine wheeled by Ben Murphy in the 21. In fifth, we have Carson Dollarhide in the 74. Dollarhide has an outside shot at the championship. He must win and hope both Murphy and Briety falter for a chance at glory. Starting sixth is Patrick Briety in the 24B. Briety is 37 points behind the leader and needs a win tonight, with Murphy finishing sixth or worse to clinch the championship. Rolling off seventh, it's Jeremy Murphy in the 555. Murphy is the points leader and controls his own destiny. He needs to finish fifth or better to secure the championship. Starting eighth is Kyle Tompkins in the 00T. Starting ninth, it's Tyler Deering in the 24D, followed by Ashton Johnson in the 71W. In 11th position, it's Andrew Hale in the 44, and starting 12th is Andrew Page in the 5P. Starting 13th, it's William Monroe in the 98, followed by Jonathan Stewart in the 92. In 15th is Ronnie Osmer in the 55, and starting 16th is Jory Heilbrunn in the 21X. Rolling off 17th is Bryce Bailey in the 12, alongside Craig Smith in the 92S, starting 18th. In 19th, it's Casey Heschel, who won on the short track earlier this season in the 1, and starting 20th is Carter Langley in the 24. Starting 21st, it's Coleman Dollarhide in the 74C, and alongside him in 22nd is Ollie Schlupp in the 9. Rounding out the field in 23rd, it's Zach Smith in the 00. Let's have a look at the rules for the Nowhere US Bush Series drivers run at a minimum weight of 375 pounds, powered by stock Predator engines. Each driver follows gear rules based on their weight, and all carts are equipped with Hoosier treaded tires. To keep the competition fair, no tire prep is allowed. with lab testing in place to ensure compliance.
Jeremy Murphy!
Jeremy Murphy and the Katana in-car camera. Looking for that championship here tonight in the Nowhere.us Busch Series. Carson Dollarhide, another competitor looking for that title as well.
How many titles?
These guys, man, they got. We got 3 in this class if you really want to get cute. So we'll take a look at the Busch Series. I'll pull it up here while we got it going on.
Jeremy Is that the Murphy, vampire on the outside?
Yes, that is the vampire on the outside. Jeremy Murphy cannot finish below 5th. Ooh. If he does, as we got one bouncing off the fence. Patrick Bridie in the 24. He's 37 points behind. So if he wins, Murphy has to finish 6th.
Beef Tips
or worse for him to win the championship.
This week, finally.
Finally. You know, he got Dick Timmons to help them out on tires, like Stagger and all that stuff. So it seems to be helping him out.
Well, my God, it ain't that hard. If it's too tight, put more Stagger in. If it's too loose, take it out. All right, boys and girls, stagger is the difference in circumference between the left rear tire and the right rear tire.
Tell him,
Bill. We're on
Bill.
board with Jeremy Murphy, who needs to keep Dollarhide just in his sights. He has a 42-point lead over Carson Dollarhide and a 37-point lead over Patrick Bridie.
Yeah. Dollarhide hasn't been as dominant as of late. He started off the season very strong. He was always in the top 3, and the competition has just caught him over the last 2 months, and he's really got to drive his ass off to win this championship.
Moonhead, what happens to teams like that? You know, you had one race, you had a really good short track race, but then you go back to the track again and your setups don't work. What happens in that time period?
Well, there's a lot of things: the climate, the weather, things going on in your personal life. Hunting season plays a role. That's for damn sure. So there's just there's a lot of things that can lead to a downward spiral, both in and out of racing.
Man, that got dark really quick, didn't it?
Dude, those Busch Light camo cans come out, and sometimes you just gotta spend a lot of time in the garage. There's nothing you can do about it,
Right. Absolutely. And as as looking ahead in the future, as we've seen, with the short track, yes, my return to the short track did not go that well. But we're here in present day time on the big track, seeing unreal speeds down into turn number 1, and just battles all around this racetrack.
Yeah, you can hear these engines absolutely whining at all, 5,900 RPM of them heading down into the turn here, fully wound out with their gear rule and whatnot. They are absolutely hauling the mail here with their stock Predator 6.5 horsepower speed machines.
Right side.
It sounds like somebody is aggressively mowing their lawn out here today.
Right side pipes on these machines, so all the fans around the stands get the full effect of the noise as we got one around on the front stretch.
Patrick Bridie went around. He is a championship contender. Coleman Dollarhide bounced her off the fence there in the backup piece for Carson.
How many Dollarhides
Just making
are
it
there?
like home, There's 2 right now. 2 out there, father and son duo out there. It's like Dale Sr. and Dale Jr.
Yeah, we're watching history happen.
Tristan Jones trying to run down the vampire. He's got some garlic in his pocket, and if he can get to the lead, Zach Campolonia is screwed.
Tristan Jones hitting that fat vape. Here we go, boys. Let's go. It's kicking in. Have my edible before the green.
Puffing clouds for the crowd as he tries to run down the Newport, the nighttime nightmare, the vampire. Campolonia barely hanging on by a cart leg.
The nighttime nightmare is a great one. The nighttime nightmare, Zach Campolonia. He basically is a nightmare for some of the people out on the racetrack, isn't he? Mm-hmm. Oh, not for Tristan Jones, though.
Man, and look at this. These guys have run up on some traffic here.
They're in the trailer park for sure as Tristan Jones runs him up the racetrack trying to make the pass. The nighttime nightmare going to cut underneath, trying to make a hit. Man, he's hiding under your bed.
Campoloni is going to be a DNQ 30 for 30 one day. I mean, he showed up and he was absolutely terrible, and now he's racing for a championship in 5 more laps.
Nitro 5 to go. We'll see if these two can still smack the shit out of each other as Showalter and, Ben Murphy, part of this as well. The Beef Tips machine's got a shot of the win as we go green.
Yeah, Professor Clutchworks restart side by side, heading through 1 and 2. Campolonia with a slight lead. Tristan coming back on the outside, runs him down to the berm. They're side by side coming off a 4.
Showalter was going to help Campolonia, the Nightmare, and just didn't. He started going 3 wide on him. We'll see if he can try to go for this win again. As it looked like Campolonia on that restart ran the middle instead of the bottom, JZ, and that gave him the momentum he needed. As Tristan Jones throws a dirty slider.
He tried to throw the haymaker, but could not get it done. Had to check up, otherwise he definitely would have been thrown out or fought in the pits after the race.
Bad spot for Campolonia to be in right now. He's got a couple trophy hunters right behind him, but he's got 2 more laps to hold on, and another championship is his name.
That clear visor, you can see the stress in the eyes as they make their way through 1 and 2. The Nighttime Nightmare trying to hang on as Tristan Jones to the inside.
Jones does him dirty, and he's going to take the dub. Yes.
Big run to the inside.
Let's take a look at that again. That last run, he got a nice run off of 2.
Security to the pits.
Fuck yo couch.
Yeah. Most famous
Fuck your couch.
line in all of motorsports.
A wild Busch Series race right there. Tristan Jones going to come on top. Tristan, man, took the lead right before that last final go restart, was able to hold off Capolonga, make that move right coming off of turn number 4 to capture that win. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I knew we had a good long run go-kart right there, so I was kind of worried about the 5 to go, but everything kind of worked out in my favor, and we were able to get it done.
Well, man, coming up here with the D&Q Series, guys, it's guys that race here every week. You've been a newcomer to the series for the most part. What does it mean to cap this 2024 season off with a win?
It feels pretty good to me. I mean, we plan on running next season and trying to win a championship, so to end it off like this feels pretty good after we had a rough few last races.
Well, man, who all do you want to thank for giving you such a fast piece here tonight?
I want to thank my dad, Dill, his wife, for everything they do. Victory Fuel, whoever built the motor, Ethan Hildebrand, his dad, and everybody else is here.
Well, heck of a job here tonight. Tristan Jones, your Busch Series main event winner here tonight. Silver finish tonight, Mr. Zach Capolonga. Man, you had a heck of a race there, led a lot of laps, but just couldn't hold off that fender beating right there, could you?
Nah, I knew he was going to get a run. I just messed up coming off turn 2. Congrats to him. Car ran good. Can't complain, like I said. We just out here having some fun in Busch Series. I want to thank Shoei, CTM Custom Cabinets, Race Safety Garage Door, Picture Chemical, Buddy Colby, Sauce, all my family. Now go through tech, and hopefully all that goes good.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Zach Capolonga, a strong second place here tonight in your D&Q Busch Series.
Yeah.
Third place, solid third place finish here tonight for Robert Showalter. Robert, a strong piece here in that number 5 machine. Coming out third in this one, how you feeling?
Pretty good. We're just doing this for fun, kind of see where we stack up next year, if we want to run the Busch Series or not. Pretty good competition here in the Busch Series, so we'll see what we're going to do. I don't know if I'm going to go to the Ghost Motor and Cup or not, so we'll see what we're going to do. It's just this was just for fun, just to see what we got, and third's not too bad. We'll take it.
Well, man, I mean, you had a fast piece underneath you. Pretty much that whole entire race, you battled for third, just not quite enough to get up here to Capolonga and Tristan Jones. Who all you got to thank for giving you a fast piece?
I mean, all the guys, at the shop, Zach, Colby here, Sauce, just everyone. We all work hard together, and we're helping each other in the pits, changing tires, and shrinking tires, and stagger, and changing motors, oil, whatever we got to do to make it happen. There's only like 3 or 4 of us here doing, running 6 different karts in 4 different classes. So we manage and we run good, so I'll take it.
Well, heck of a job here tonight. Solid third place finish for Robert Showalter here in your D&Q Busch Series.
The SRI Pole Award goes to Kyle Beatty with a time of 11.930. Let's take you through the starting lineup. On the pole, thanks to the invert, it's your points leader and 2022 champion Chris Bailey in the 4. Bailey needs a 6th place finish or better to lock up the championship. Starting alongside him in second is Alfredo Hidalgo in the 50. Rolling off third is your SRI Pole Award winner, Kyle Beatty in the 21B. Beatty's goal is clear: win the race and hope Bailey finishes 7th or worse to claim the title. Starting fourth is your 2019 Dash Series champion Mike Contarino in the 18, who's facing a must-win situation. Starting fifth, it's Jimmy Jingles in the 1, followed by Casey Pietrzak in the 54. In 7th, we have Alex Ribshack Kirk in the 1E, and starting 8th is Ty Norder in the 2. Starting 9th, it's Curtis Markham in the 20. And rounding out the top 10 is J.R. Norris in the 151. Starting 11th is Colin Hefner in the 34, and completing the field in 12th, it's the 2021 and 2023 Miltona champion Adam Welch in the 71W. Let's take a look at the Net Positive Cup Series rulebook. The Net Positive Cup Series is the top level of DNQ racing, where the best drivers compete under strict rules. Karts run at a minimum weight of 410 pounds, powered by AKRA or NKA clone engines. Everyone's on Hoosier treaded tires with no tire prep allowed. Lab testing ensures fairness. With a 12/60 plus gear rule, this series puts driver skill front and center.
KBG and car camera goes to Rib Shack. Watch him fall out of his seat at about lap 15 here in the Net Positive Cup Series.
I think the Ghost engines will be a net positive change for the series going forward. Kind of clean up the dwindling entries here as the pool of drivers shrinking a little bit.
There we go. Green flag is out. We're underway. Now, Chris Bailey is looking to finish 6th or better here and not have Kyle Beatty win the race. So if Kyle Beatty wins this thing, he's going to have to finish better than 6th place. So that's the deal for the Cup Series championship. Bailey looking for his 2nd championship. He won it in 2022. So we'll see how this goes for him tonight, as he is now in 2nd place.
Kyle Beatty trying to keep up. I was talking to him in the pits, and they moved that fin on the right-hand side up closer to the right front, trying to impact and change the aero balance of that go-kart, trying to get to rotate a little bit more in the center of the turn under full load here as one pulls to the inside, just giving up on life.
Oh, we got one around.
Trouble! Oh, he's upside down.
Ty Norder goes for, I don't even know if you want to call that a flip.
Tommy tip over.
Yeah, Tommy tip over. Let's take a look at this again, see what happens. Bad arrow situation, had to check up.
Yeah,
and then,
you think the underbody played a role in this?
Yeah, I also think sack of Oreos played a part in him flipping over right there as well. So, sorry,
it doesn't
Ty.
look like the diffuser vent opened on that thing as he started to get upside down. So we're gonna have to look into that from the D&Q safety.
Need more floor ducts.
Yeah, we'll put David Green right on it. Professor Clutchworks restart zone. We'll see what happens here as Alfredo Hidalgo took the top on this restart. We'll see if that helps him out as Bailey can't really hold it. Beatty in the push. Beatty's got to win this race regardless. He needs to win, and he needs Bailey to finish worse than 6th, and then the championship is Kyle Beatty. So very possible out here tonight. We got a lot of SKE help and Showalter as well, as Bailey just trying to get around Alfredo Hidalgo, who is now pulling the chute.
Yeah, Bailey with a hell of a move there on the restart, splitting the middles like Moses in the middle of the Red Sea, scampers out to a lead here over Hidalgo, and Bailey on danger of losing 3rd place as we go on the Carroll Tractor and Trailer Repair Wall Cam and Net Positive Pool Cleaning Series competition here.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Just the bottoms, seems like it's super slimy down there. They get to the bottom, they can't even hold it. You see their hands starting to move pretty quick.
Yeah, it looked like it had a little bit of grip in a race or two ago, but it seems like that grip has worn off, and now the preferred line is...
shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was about to say preferred line's in the middle, but my God, somebody took elevator up from the bottom to the top and got turned around in 3 and 4. Lose all your momentum there. Those guys go down to the basement, hoping for a yellow at this point to get caught up and not go a lap down to Kyle Beatty.
Must have hit the splitter right there. He totally lost all his front turn.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, sure. Kyle Beatty out here leading this race. Winner of the USAC feature earlier tonight. A very talented driver here in D&Q. Has a USAC championship. And an upcoming rookie, Alfredo Hidalgo, doing well again tonight.
Moonhead, you've been out here most recently, and it seems like the progressive banking plays a huge part in where you want to place your go-kart. Is that the reason these guys are running the middle to the top because the bottom just doesn't have enough banking to hold that right rear?
Yeah, I believe it is. We've seen a lot of people try a lot of non-conventional lines in D&Q, some even on the straightaway. But I think these guys late in the season have figured it out, how to manipulate the banking and how to place these karts most efficiently around this track.
Connorino and Adam Welsh, bad aero situations all over the place.
Yeah, these guys, they're going to need to learn to line up and shove each other, at least, get hooked up bumper to bumper if they're going to make some speed and catch the guys at the front. And so we got one around in turn number 2, but we stay green because fuck that. Chris Bailey working on second place again. One of the nicest guys in the pits, Chris Bailey, methodically working his way, picking them off one by one. Not a scratch on that machine. He knows all he's got to do is stay in the top 6. And right now he's running second. Let Kyle Beatty win the race, and he takes the championship home.
No doubt. And like you said, he had talked to us a couple of races ago. He said Phantom was working on a chassis, and they were using their development here in D&Q where they know there's no prep. They had to work on mechanical grip, and it's actually helped them out a lot as we go on board with Rib Shack.
And right here, you could just see the toll making laps takes on a driver. As the caution's out.
You can hear Rib Shack
big panting
for a lot of these guys.
Get that man a Coca-Cola Classic
Right.
during this caution. White polar bears on. 5 to go caution, nitro. Put us in the Professor Clutchworks restart zone, and we'll see what happens here as we go green. There's a lot of SKE help. They want to help Bailey win, or help Beatty win a championship. We'll see what happens as Alfredo Hidalgo sideways. I think an air filter just went flying. Welsh tries to get in the back of Chris Bailey. Slides up the race. Sometimes you got to fake it a little bit better than that. You can't just turn right on somebody like that.
Welsh has never really been good at hiding his emotions, so I'm not surprised at all at that move. Chris Bailey a little bit lucky sometimes. That's good.
After the Mark Ellis incident last year, we pretty much decided that if somebody gets taken out and it's ridiculous, they're just going to go right back to the spot they were at. So that's how it's going to go. We're not going to play that game. Looks like he'll get another run at him as the white is out. Welsh takes another swipe at Beatty, misses, or takes a swipe at Bailey, misses. Kyle Beatty does what he has to do, and unfortunately Chris Bailey did what he had to do. So congratulations to Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey, your champion. Adam Welsh is going to say, fuck you, I guess. He tried to take him out twice. He just couldn't do it.
Man, a heck of a ride right there for that 21 machine. Nothing to talk about again. Bailey tried to give you a shot right there at that 5 to go start, but couldn't do nothing with you once you got back up down the back straightaway, man. Who all you got to thank for giving you such a fast piece here tonight?
Once again, I got to thank Austin Pless, building me a hell of a motor once again. Same as before, he rebuilt this thing for championship night, and it was awesome all night. So we didn't actually change anything on the go-kart either. The kart was great. Mackay once again put the Coon tune on it, had the kart hooked up, rolling, had the tires just right. I'd like to thank Adam for all the help at the shop. Gary back there, he's probably still building wings right now. So we're going to bring him some cold beer, give him some refreshments for tomorrow. And I had fun racing with everybody. congratulations to Bailey on the championship there. I did all I could do the last 2 races, and it wasn't good enough. Just got too big of a hole there between the fair and then the short track. So congrats to him. He had a solid season.
Well, I was going to ask you, you know what you need to do now. You got to make all the races, and you got to get better at the short track program. So you got to go back to the body shop a little bit more, do some tuning on that body a little bit, and be back here for the short track, man. A heck of a season here for all the SKE bunch. Congrats to you on your wins. Anything else you want to have before you go celebrate with the crew?
Yeah, I think Adam is going to miss the next race. It'll be on the short track, so he's got a setup that was pretty good at the last one, so I might try to weasel my way into his ride for the next one, see if I can't figure something out. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, heck of a job here tonight, Kyle Beatty, picking up 2 main event wins, and he's your DNQ main event winner here as well. This man, a solid second place here tonight, was able to capture a DNQ Series Cup championship. And how are you feeling?
Oh, pretty good. Got to thank everybody at the shop. Harold Wiggins, Stacy, Trey, Brittany, Tony Belt, my setup man that helps me weigh it out in the middle of the week. James Stanley, Brad in the back, my beautiful girlfriend, all she does, and her love and support. Good Lord for a good safe race. Yeah, it was good. It was good. Just didn't have quite enough for Kyle, but good. Congratulations to him. He did a good job. Really picked it up the last 2 races.
Well, man, coming on the season with a run like you had here today, solid second place finish. Does that give you hope for that 2025 season coming up?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's good to run good the last several races. You know, it helps you build on for next year, and you know, we've been testing a lot of FAM and stuff, and been trying stuff. So I'm pretty excited about the new year coming.
Well, Chris Bailey, I saw a second place finish here tonight, and if everything goes right, a DNQ Series championship as well. Well, Adam started shotgun on the field right there, was able to track your way up to a 3rd place finish with a shot at a top 2 and maybe to win right there. How do you feel about that 71 machine here tonionight?
Yeah, it was pretty good there for the future. We missed it in qualifying. I put Kyle's setup on for the first time ever, and it was, I forgot to tighten the tie rods, and all the idling on the stand kind of towed her out a little bit. But all in all, a good night. Congratulations on the 4-car for a good night, or a good year. You know, it just sucks we ain't been running good. Sponsors are mad. Team's mad. I don't really know any good lingo other than we sucked all year. It's just been a tough year. Be leading and get fucking dumped, or run last and get fucking dumped. Who knows?
Well, man, I mean, maybe you can go over and slide. Just take the body off of that one, put it on yours, and then swap them out. And maybe you can take Beatty's ride for the rest of the year, next year, and see if you can make a drive at it. But 3rd place ain't bad. I mean, I know it's not what you came here for, but a 3rd place, solid 3rd place to cap off the year. Who all you got to thank for giving you a fast 71?
No, SKE trying to build fucking carts for this kind of racing, you know, and plus power. He just put a new power plant under it. Professor Clutches and the wife, the family, Kyle, Makai, everybody at the shop just been trying to figure it out all year. You know, we've run really well the last 4 years or whatever, and been struggling this year, and kind of got in my feelings a little bit.
Well, man, I mean, next year a whole new package, pretty much with the clone stuff going away. That Ghost motor coming back. Have you been doing any testing with that motor, or is it going to be new coming to you in the 2025 season?
Yeah, it'll be new. I bought one about 2 months ago. It's still sitting in the box. I haven't even opened it. We're going to run just Miltona and see what we can do there.
Well, a solid 3rd place tonight finish for Adam Welch in that 71 machine, and that is a wrap here for your DNQ Series. I've been Chris Williams coming at you live with all the action. We will see you, I believe it's December 8th, for the Josh Long Memorial.
What a night of racing. And how about Jeremy Murphy? What a season he's had. Just pure consistency and determination all the way to the end.
Absolutely. He came into the finale with all the pressure on his shoulders, and he delivered when it mattered most. Murphy's ability to stay calm under pressure is what makes him such a standout competitor.
Let's not forget, this championship didn't come easy. He had Patrick Briety and Carson Dollarhide breathing down his neck all season long, but Murphy stayed focused and brought home the Nowhere.US Busch Series title. Let's catch up with him now to hear about his incredible season.
Well, at the end of the day, the Nowhere.US Busch Series champion is Jeremy Murphy. Man, it was a long road to get to this point. and it was close. You're able to get it, though. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, it was way closer than I was hoping to be, but, so much good competition in this class. I loved racing against, like, Dollarhide and Brody and those guys. They're great competitors. This whole class is just day in, day out. It's so competitive. I had a bad lap in qualifying, and I was kind of upset myself, and it's like 7th. It's like, didn't know I was going to be able to get it done or not, but was happy to be able to just keep a clean race and be able to get done. Had a good couple wins this year, and we'll see what next year brings. I'm excited. I think I'm actually looking at this 4-car over here, but I think I want to try to maybe run against them next year, see what we can do.
Jeremy Murphy, your DNQ Busch Series champion, heading to look like he's going to go for the Cup Series debut next year.
Congratulations. Thank you.
What an incredible race to close out the season. And how about Richard Tournier? The guy has been rock solid all year, and tonight he capped it off with a well-earned championship in the KPG USAC Series.
Absolutely. Tournier came into the finale with the championship in his hands, and he didn't let it slip. Week after week, he showed why he's the class of the field: consistency, speed, and a cool head under pressure.
He had challengers like Kyle Beatty and Stephen Tauches giving it everything they had, but Tournier stayed out of trouble and locked it down when it counted. Let's head down now and hear from the champ himself, Richard Tournier.
We got some new hardware down here for Mobac. You got the KPG championship ring, we got the trophy, and you got a championship. How does it feel to be a DNQ champion on top of a Wednesday night champion as well?
Honestly, it's pretty cool. We haven't done a lot of DNQ until this year, and we did the whole deal with the house cart and did that for Jeremy and wanted to do a little bit more, and then we came out and we won the first night, so then we're kind of like, well, we got to keep doing it, and started running decent, and then we got on that run there during the summer and won a couple, and that helped a lot. And it's a good year, though. Had fun, blast. First of all, I got to thank Ashley and Jeremy for letting me drive the cart, and Dick for all the help, and Ed and Eric when they come and help, and everybody that helps, and Phantom Chassis, Kevin Smith Motors, Nitro Gears, all the important ones at least.
The series got a decent amount of competition in it, and it's a lot of different racetracks. I know we mostly run here at Millbridge, but we had the short track, the road course, the fair. It's not an easy championship to win, is it? Especially with the competition you have.
No, they keep you honest all year. Like I said, Kyle, he was real good at him, Tauges, Chafee before he got carried away with his tires or whatever happened there, of course. But it ain't easy to win, that's for sure. It's not like normal go-kart racing at all. It's a lot different driving, and just the whole atmosphere is different, but it's a blast. I have way more fun doing this than regular. It's way less of a headache, and it's very enjoyable.
Mobac is your 2024 DNQ USAC Series champion.
What a performance tonight by Chris Bailey. With everything on the line, he delivers once again and takes home his second Net Positive Pool Services Cup championship, adding to his 2022 title.
Bailey was as cool as ever out there. The pressure of a championship battle didn't faze him. He raced smart, stayed consistent, and came out on top when it mattered the most. That's the mark of a true champion.
And let's not forget, winning one championship is tough enough. But to do it twice, this solidifies Bailey's place as one of the greats in DNQ history. Let's head down to Victory Lane and hear from your 2024 Net Positive Cup Series champion, Chris Bailey.
1-2. Down here with Chris Bailey, your 2024 DNQ Net Positive Pool Services Cup Series champion. He actually got to get another Cup Series championship, so that makes 2 now. I think it was 2022 you won the last one.
Yeah.
Come back here, skip a year, and then get it in 24. You're starting to look like Joey Logano. You get every other year. Talk about, you had a big resurgence this year. Last year struggled a little bit, learned some stuff with Phantom's help, and you're back here in the championship.
Yeah. Last year, I tried to be sneaky on tires, got caught, and so that threw my whole game off for the whole year. And so I had to just get back, to doing what I know. And like I said, we've been developing a new cart and stuff, and so been really working on that. So I was trying to keep my performance to stay strong because, in 22 when I won it, I kind of fell off at the end. I sure didn't want that this year because, how good Kyle was this year and all that. So I was trying to stay on top of it, and luckily, this chassis has been really, really good. But still learning curve, But the recon was great. The first 2 races I won on the recon. So, but yeah, everything's been good, and it just with that little deal last year, I learned a lot of things, and it just made this year what I did. Basically, I figured it out, and so for this year. So we had a really good year.
Yeah, absolutely. Is anybody you got to thank besides Phantom for this championship?
Yeah, I didn't get to thank him in my other interview. Austin Pless, man, these motors are unbelievable. He does a great job. Can't thank him enough. Like I said, everybody at Phantom, everybody there, all the support and all that. I mean, it's unmatched. So.
Chris Bailey unmatched in this run for the championship here in 2024.
What a night for Dustin Dunn. He came in with the odds stacked against him, but he pulled off the win and claimed his first ever Professor Clutch Works Pro Cup championship.
Dunn left no doubt out there tonight. He knew exactly what he needed, a win, and he went out and got it. It's a championship that was hard-fought and well-deserved. On top of that, how about that finish? He bitch-slapped Ashton Johnson to win the final race as well.
Dustin Dunn has made his mark on the Pro Cup Series, and tonight he takes his place as a champion. Let's head down to Victory Lane to hear from your 2024 Pro Cup champion, Dustin Dunn.
Dustin Dunn's got the shakes, and no, it's not because he hasn't had a drink today. He's going to have one here in a minute. He's won the championship in the Pro Cup Series, Professor Clutch Works Pro Cup Series. We did not make it easy on you. You had one tech failure. Damian Jenks was on his honeymoon, so it made it a little bit easier for you, but you still get the championship, and it's got to feel good.
Yeah, I have a blast out here. I love racing with these guys. It's a fun series. A lot of guys out here running real clean. Thank God I'm not in the Busch class because that doesn't happen in that class, but Pro Cup class is really good guys. Good time out here.
Who else you got to thank for this ride right here in this championship?
Well, Taylor, my girlfriend, she comes out here and helps me, and she puts up with me being at the shop till 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning the night before because that's how I do it. So that's nice. And then I got Arthur, a friend of mine. He comes out here and he turns wrenches when I need them, and that makes a big difference because with only 5 classes running a night, it's a quick turnaround. So definitely need at least one guy helping you out. And the chassis builder, this is a good friend of mine from Florida, Eleanor Chassis. They're from Tampa, Florida, where I'm from. I'm from South Florida. So I want to thank them. I bought this in January. It was a year-old go-kart, and they've never had a go-kart up here run. They're just a Florida company, so it's pretty cool to have them up here and to win a championship with them.
Dustin Dunn, your 2024 D&Q Professor Clutch Works Pro Cup Series champion.
Back-to-back championships. What a night for the nighttime nightmare Zach Campilonga. He came into tonight with everything to lose, and he delivered under the highest pressure to claim his second consecutive Dash Series championship.
Absolutely. Zach has proven he's not just fast, but incredibly consistent. Winning one championship is impressive, but going back-to-back? That's next-level dominance in the 1ZT's Dash Series. He had Jonathan Stewart breathing down his neck all season, and he didn't flinch.
Campilonga's ability to handle the pressure and execute race after race is what sets him apart as a true champion. Let's head down to Victory Lane to hear from the vampire of the moment, Zach Campilonga, your 2024 1ZT's Dash Series champion.
Zach Campilonga goes back-to-back in the D&Q 1ZT's Dash Series. Get the championship here. Who do you got to thank for this thing? And tell me about this race tonight. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this race was phenomenal. Jeremy did an excellent job on track prep. Multi-groove. Bobby Showtime, he's been with me for many years now, and I appreciate everything that he's taught me and everything. You know, I'm not just some arrive and drive driver. I put in the time and effort with him at the shop, and just going back to back, it means a lot. Appreciate Stuart for giving me a fight for this year. I mean, it was nerve-wracking coming that far to go, him lined up beside me, but he drove me clean. So thank him. C-Team Custom Cabinets, Race City Garage Door, Patriot Chemical, my buddy Colby, all my family. Just going to soak it in again.
Zach Campilonga, a repeat champion here in 2023 and 2024. What a great season we had. All these guys are out here celebrating. They got their championship rings, and there's more to come from the championship. They get a set of tires from Hoosier. And a couple other great accolades and things from the series. But what a great season we had, and these are your 5 best drivers in each class.
That's saying something to be sitting there on the back stretch at Millbridge Speedway, about to pop some champagne. You know, this is probably the highlight of these guys' lives.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a diverse set. You got PRC, we got SKE, we got a lot of drivers that have, notched some trophies here as the champagne gets popped here. These guys have put on a hell of a show at a hell of a racetrack here in 2024.
Yes. What a season it's been for all these guys. A competitive season, but a great season overall. So congrats to all of them.
Want to thank all of our sponsors this year and all the fans that watch on YouTube and come to the racetrack. We'll see you guys in March of 2025 for the Miltona 50.